often referred to as Europe's other competition, but I tell you what, winning it does take some doing.
It does, and it's one of the many topics that came up in the pre-game press conference last night. It's good that this is a team that's seriously looking to go and win this.
Why wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, I mean, they'll have to bring in, I think, one or two more people, I think.
He's had a shot! He's scored! Simplicity itself.
Yeah, I really can't say enough as to how good the final ball was. It took the defence out of the equation for that split moment, and the damage was all done.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Well, just listen to the reaction. I think you can hear the approval from the support all around the stadium.
And that will be the final. Well, hello to everyone and welcome as you join us for the second of these group stage games. Competition only a couple of match days old, but there have been already plenty of talking points, much for us to scrutinise over the course of a fortnight or so. Winners on day one, no doubt now looking to cement their place in the latter stages as quickly as possible. Brushed off the ball there.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Perisic! No mistake! Finally the breakthrough!
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Saka. Saka, tries a shot! And in it goes! Dying minutes, and we're all square again!
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
All square again into the dying minutes. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Harker. Perisic. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Well, nobody is totally satisfied, but it was a more than decent game, a super watch, and it ends in a draw. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen? So welcome one and all to our live coverage of the ongoing group stage here, the tournament making steady progress towards its knockout phase. Receives it from behind. And the finish! Goal! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Oh, this fella's as slippery as an eel the way he freed himself to score. I mean, for that defence, it was a case of, now you've got him, now you don't. Brilliant.
So Merino, Ruben Dias, and he's going long. Piazza, decent ball. Dynamo Moscow holding a corner, and the referee concurs. Repelled by the keeper. They are right into last chance territory. Excellent, great leap! And that is the end of it. They hung on right till the finish. Terrific contest. It really might have tipped either way. The margins were tiny. So, on the face of it, things look simple. If they want to make the knockout stages, this is all or nothing. 3 points needed, and should they fail to collect those points, they will be going home and staying there. It all makes this very tense, really, for some, unbearable. The stress level's particularly high, but for those of us who are neutral, myself included, it is utterly compelling, and that is how it should be. The Emirates on this occasion, so vibrant, so atmospheric. Well, it really is a terrific sight here, and it goes to underline just how far this game could go towards shaping the fortunes of the team.
Well, Peter, the question that comes to mind is how much do they want it? These players know that this could be the gateway.
And the shots! There's a goal! Well, that always looked the likely outcome.
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been obviously worked on the training ground. He knew exactly where he wanted the ball, and it all came good.
Bigger. He gets past his man.
Dynamo Moscow have a simple task to find something sustained now and keep the pressure on.
Gets the better of his man. Almost there, and the players can feel it. And the shot! Try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Good effort, very good effort. He would have at least wanted to make the keeper work out.
And that's it. Oh, just see the thrill amongst the players. They have made it into the knockout stage. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, that is...
Welcome one and all to what we hope will be an intriguing contest between two of the better performers of this group stage in a first versus second showdown. The level of intensity around the game is so who's he picking out? Chart tries one! There it is! Lovely goal, perfect poise to set himself for the strike. Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Yeah, and they know there's plenty of work left in the...
And the finish! He scores! PSV are back on level terms. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So nothing between them after all of that, and you can't really argue with the result. The manager too unhappy with the outcome, and the fans really well entertained. It's all square in the end. Your reflections then, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
Well, of course, just a game of football, but it is a different game of football in terms of its mood. I don't think that you could get away with telling any of these players, let alone the crowd assembled here, that this is anything like what went before. As far as winning the competition is concerned, every game from this point on is win or bust. It is knockout football time. The Emirates on this occasion, so vibrant, so atmospheric. There's a perceptible change in mindset here, both in terms of crowd and players.
You know, Peter, it's the suddenness that I love when you get to this phase of the competition. The suddenness in which you can find yourself in a good position, or the suddenness in which it can go against you.
Big chance! Goal!
Right from the first whistle, they've played with an energy that makes them good value for that early goal.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And that's a throw.
Yeah, I think they've decided to concentrate on working the flanks to help the production.
He's gone for it! Oh, taken with style! And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed.
Kelly. Rice. Whistle's gone, that's foul.
Well, if he's serious about trying from this range, I think he must feel he can generate the power. Big ask.
This certainly looks appetising. Well, he's trying the shot. It is a fantastic goal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And again they hit the front. Dispatched expertly, nicely done. So we have a breakthrough. Now Saka. A buccaneering run from the defender. Massive lead! In it goes! Two to the good! They have breathing space! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, I think that defence there thought they were in good position and they had him where they
Overlap. Shot at goal! Worth a try. About the outcome.
Well, it was certainly an acrobatic effort. I mean, it was probably the best option for him, but they're never easy to pull off.
Bakuna. Just brushed off the ball there. O.D. Harker. Hernandez. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So home advantage told. They have the win they wanted. And had a useful... The first leg could hardly have been more convincing. It leaves the general consensus being that the second leg should be little more than a mere procession, and you can understand why folk are feeling that. Well, there have been some notable comebacks over the history of this competition. The odds here do not look at all good. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the... Ramos! A great save, real class.
The keeper really dug out his defence then, a magnificent effort.
Massive leap! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Good effort.
Saka goes on a charge down the left. Saka has come steaming up from the back for the... Shapes to shoot! Yes, it's there! Well, you've got to say, the odds on him missing from there were very slim.
And that's what the game is all about. Find space and finish, but we have to credit the passer to pick him out.
Big occasion, big goal, true shot on the overlap here. It's a fine run and he's happy to keep going. Has a pop! No mistake! 2 up and threatening to pull clear. And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's how you make an impact as a sub. You know, when most are tiring, you can impose a freshness and energy, the best effect. What an introduction.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Room for a shot. Goes for goal! And they've been caught. It could fall kindly. Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, you can't ask for much more than that.
And that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And the ref's been lenient here. And he'll get too many more chances. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, it was tense to start with, but all smiles now. Deservedly, they are through. Has already shed 2/3 of its initial participants. Another 8 must fall over the course of the next 2 legs. Hello and welcome to all of you all over the world. Absolute pleasure to have you on board. Another 4 rounds to go. Caligari. Decent progress down the left. Up to meet it! Has a look and has a go. Gave it a go, but off target.
Well, it was hit with great power, Peter.
One final crack at it now. Rice has it out wide and in space. Meets it first time! He's scored!
All goals are welcome, but when they come at a time like that, they're priceless.
Well, it was a hefty deflection, but he's claiming it. Saka. 2 minutes to be added on. That's a terrific surge down the right. There are a few waiting for it. Cleared away. Pjanic battles to win it. And there goes the final whistle. 1 foot firmly in the next round. Victory away from home. Home comforts to come. Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid. And the folk of this town have come out in their droves for this match. Why wouldn't they? It is an ideal circumstance for what could be an ideal game. Everybody has been attracted to it. It has been the talk. Great run on the overlap here. He's left his man. Goes for goal! Oh, it's gone in! What about that, Jim Beglin?
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been obviously worked on the training ground. He knew exactly where he wanted the ball and it all came good.
Big occasion here. Aimed in towards the centre. Big chance! He scored! And with that goal comes comfort. Well, it was a hefty deflection, but he's claiming it. He's played him through. Martin. Gabriel Jesus. Right through the middle. Chance to shoot. He's gone for it. Oh, shame. That was nicely worked.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited and they need filling, and fast.
And the shot! The ball's loose, and he's after it. Turns and goes back. Martin. Tries to get it clear. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. Looking to widen the gap even further here. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. He's having a go.
It was a sterling effort, and at least he kept it on target. It was worth a go.
And that will be the final act. They've won at home, they've won away. A comprehensive victory for a side that has been clearly better over both nights. While all observers are agreed on this, it is the point where the competition gets really serious. Top teams now fielding their best available lineups in front of big crowds. A lot of noise, great expectation, and the sense that the possibility of silverware is at hand. This is a big chance. Gets the better of his man. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Yeah, the scoreline doesn't tell the whole story, as one side has been significantly better, at least defensively.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. Has a pop! That has certainly tested the keeper.
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra sharp.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Rice cuts it out. Lumeka plays it out to the wing. Here it comes. Oh, really good feet from him. Gets up to head it! There's the shot! It's in! The second half sparks straight into life. Politano did well.
Keeping the ball away from the other end too.
Some good play on the left-hand side now to profit from it. Looking for space out wide. It's a fine challenge and it goes his way.
Well, it remains to be seen whether they can come up with that little bit of class to rescue this situation, and it needs to be any time now, really.
And the referee brings it to a close. Well, they've lost the home leg, so life gets a little fraught. All that's left is to win away and somehow keep the dream alive. For a win on the road, which has really turned up the heat on their opponents, who are left with little choice but really to go for it now, to go all out for a win. A warm welcome to everyone who joins us now.
Which can find a way out.
Saka. He's got away. And he's whipped it. Hits one! Yes! We're back where we started. It's level on aggregate. His position was perfect. The invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been obviously worked on the training ground. He knew exactly where he wanted the ball, and it all came good.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead. Merino. Hardly anything between the sides, and the score is 1-0. Has a pop! It's in! And that gives them an overall lead. That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, it looks simple, Peter, but it requires intelligent use of space and good understanding to pull it off.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how... Fantastic excitement towards the end of the half there, and a last-minute chance that really should have been converted. What's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, they had their opponents reeling in that half, Peter, and the break may influence a change somehow, but don't hold me to it.
A half of massive entertainment and excitement, a two-goal margin, yes, but all things still possible. And the game has already resumed here. O.D. Got us, and the shot! M.paes hoists it high.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in losing this one out.
Hit long and direct. M.paes. And again they run up against stubborn defending. And that is that. And on to the semi-final. Another hurdle cleared. Next up, the penultimate step. How would you sum up what we've witnessed? Down to the last four then, the penultimate round in this fine competition. The two teams ahead of us here have their eyes firmly fixed on the grand prize. They both believe it is within their compass. Having come this far, they're entitled to believe that. The competition has provided us with a lot of drama up to this point, and I'm sure there is plenty more to come before it reaches its ultimate climax. This is, of course, the Camp Nou, one of the best known, perhaps the best known of all the venues in European football. So it's a straight shootout for the final. That's what we're going to see. There's nowhere, Jim, you would rather be. Lamina. Short, has a hit! He's delivered all right! That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, it's pretty damning on the part of that defence, Peter, that he was allowed so much time and space. But I think you have to give credit where it's due, and it was a brilliant setup and finish.
A 1-0 lead established.
Still a fragile lead, though. They can't afford to sit on this.
He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. Out towards the flank. O.D. Harker. Hits one! Got it. He's in space and looking for options. Tries a shot! He's scored! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
That has certainly made things interesting. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Saka can get it clear. Going for goal! And all! Size all around the ground. Horrible miss.
Well, maybe the tension around this game.
Can he deliver? Has a pop! It's in! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. That was a given. It always was.
It's rarely a problem when that much time is afforded in the penalty box. Nobody sensed where the danger was lurking, and the finish was made a lot easier.
When the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
Well, the instruction from the manager would have been, go on and make yourself a nuisance and see if...
knocks it away. And that will be the final act. A huge result. A place in the next round is theirs to lose now. Success on away territory. Well, welcome to you wherever you are in the world. It is advantage to the hosts in this battle for a place in the final. Certainly in terms of scoreline and venue, everything appears to favour them. And this is a tie. Despite all of that, though, which is a long way yet from being decided. Welcome to everyone who has joined us for this most eagerly awaited second leg. The semi-final will be decided. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. And the shot! It's in! The breakthrough strike! Chesney did well the first time, nothing he could do about the follow-up.
Well, as they say, Peter, if you don't speculate, you won't accumulate. And we've just witnessed a player who was rewarded for his willingness to take a risk. As cunning as it comes. Proper game on our hands, Peter.
Gets away from his opponents. Crowd calling for him to... Oh, shooting chance! No mistake! And already they're looking to run away with it. Jim, your thoughts?
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been obviously worked on the training ground. He knew exactly where he wanted the ball, and it all came good.
So now the difference is 3.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition looked completely stunned. I'm not sure they can gather themselves.
They've played it short. Goes for the cross. Knocks it away. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Hits one! Oh, that's a fine save!
Oh, that's a sparkling save. Absolutely sparkling. His reflexes were ultra-sharp.
Repelled by the keeper. Ferran Torres. OD. And the semi-final. And they have themselves another corner. He's gone for it! They are rampant! And surely that settles it! Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Look, that's not just about the right technique. You have to have courage and belief in yourself to go for glory like that.
Dion. Oh, good interception. Gabriel Jesus. He's got options out wide. Chance to... Jesus has a goal! It's there! Over the hills and far away! No catching them now! He was so alert to the possibilities there. Great stuff.
Oh, players like this fella almost have a sixth sense to get themselves in such great poaching positions. How quick-minded was that?
He's made it 3. Quite a day at the office. Gabriel. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Surely the best preparation for the final. A thumping win in the semi. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
You know, all 4 sides left at this stage could make a good...
So we stand together here at the base of Europe's alternative summit when it comes to club football across the continent. Some have questioned the very existence of this competition and even the level of commitment of some of the clubs which take part. But they are those who miss the point, because this, as is proven by the atmosphere here, is indeed a major trophy and one desired deeply by all those who compete. The Emirates, which has become such a fine landmark, a part of the North London scenery. Truly special night here. The stadium sold to capacity and divided equally in the colours of the two teams.
Yeah, it's a magical occasion, Peter, and I've been fortunate enough to experience it on many an occasion as a player and mostly as a co-commentator. The talking's done, the scene is now set. Here's to something even more memorable.
Well, this is it.
Look, we can only hope for a final that will be free-flowing and end-to-end. Diving header! Yes! That could turn out to be a big, big goal.
Oh, super header, wonderfully acrobatic.
You know, it takes a lot of courage to do that, to throw yourself at the ball knowing you could catch a boot in the head. Well done, son.
Big occasion, big goal, crucial lead.
Well, Peter, the emphasis should now switch to winning it, rather than even thinking about losing it.
And here's Chan. Gets it back. It's Chan! He wasn't very far. There's the whistle. First half of the final has flown by. And here we are. Off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight. Half-time in the final, Jim. How do you read it?
Well, it's obvious who's like.
Gabriel. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Caligari. That's got paid to a promising move. The ball needed to be better there. It's a wasted chance. Oh, shooting chance! There's a goal! Right back in it. Almost no time remaining. Game still on. A pretty simple finish in the end. What do you think, Jim?
And that's what the game is all about. Find space and finish.
Oh, it's been flattened there. And that's been levered clear.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Cuts it out, and now they can launch a counter. It's a promising ball. Corner given. Dortmund are able now to make the all square after 90 minutes. There will be extra time.
Yeah, no daylight between these two sides, but I have to say, neither side really did enough to find the winner. It just cancelled each other out.
So a short respite for the players as they prepare themselves for another 30 minutes. Well, we are already up and running again. Has a hit! And that's a real chance missed.
Well, maybe the tension around this game played a part in that, because he should have put them ahead then.
It is a corner. And it's hoisted clear. Chooses to go back. Chambers. A real chance to break. And the shot! Oh, yes! It's there! And that has raised the roof! Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Oh, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
So we've reached the midway point in extra time. Well, here we go then. So time for a bit of smash and grab. Harker. Receives it from behind. That is terrific skill. And he's there to cut it out. Cleared without complication. Hits one! Oh, it's there! They've done it again! It is incredible! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, I think two keepers would have had a hard time keeping that one out, never mind one. There was real venom in the strike and clear composure from the placement.
This is quite a battle. And he's whipped it in low. And that's it. Nothing between them. It is penalties.
It's a big well done to both defences for refusing to buckle under the pressure. Fatigue with focus is not the norm.
It has gone the full distance and then some. It will be decided by penalties. They could really do with scoring the first penalty. And he's found the net.
Looks like he's done it 1,000 times. Never looked like missing.
And stepping up, the skipper. Coolly done, one each.
Always a little more pressure when you're trailing, but it didn't show.
Great stop, keeper's denied him.
That's a lovely stop from the keeper. He's done his teammates proud with that one.
So, the second man in line. Good penalty, just steered it the other way.
How confident was that? Backed himself all the way.
From one behind. Our keeper's gone the right way, but can't keep it out. The third man in the queue.
He was always looking good there. Nice penalty.
Dortmund in search of parity. Saved! Keeper's done brilliantly.
Oh, that's a super save from the keeper.
So can he do it? And he delivers! Simply, the big day was their day. A day for them and their fans. A truly proud line in their history. So on to centre stage come the central characters, the individuals who, as a team, blended into champions, and this is their moment.